Mary Lennox was born and started growing up in India. And when she was 10 years old, her parents and most of the servants on their little estate in India die of cholera. And she's left there. Her parents die, the servants run, those who haven't gotten sick. And so a day or two later, after everyone's gone, she is found at the estate and then sent to another English family that's in India until she's transported back to England. She is sent to the estate of her uncle, her father's sister's husband. Her aunt had died 10 years earlier, and Mary's she's very sickly. She's always had her own way. She's never had anything except her own way. So she is caramel. She's very spoiled and selfish. She gets to the estate and she's basically said she's got people looking in on her and taking care of her and feeding her, but otherwise she's on her own. She's sent outside. She goes outside. She looks at the gardens. She starts getting fascinated with the gardens, and she hears a story about a hidden garden that has been locked up for 10 years. She's told the door's gone, hidden, the keys disappeared, buried or gone or whatever, but her uncle closed up the garden and nobody's been in it since his wife died. Well, she's exploring the grounds, but she also explores the house, and in the course of exploring the house, she finds her cousin, Colin, who is much like her. He's always had his own way. He was sick when he was a baby because he was born early, and he's always had his own way. He believes he's sick. He believes he's dying. He can't even walk because he's been bedridden for the entire 10 years of his life. But they click, their personalities click because they're both very selfish, and so they're both very blunt with each other whenever they're being selfish. So it kind of pulls them out of their self-centered lives and they start focusing on other things. Mary also meets one of the boys from the village who is the brother of one of her servants, one of the servants in the house. And this boy is Dickon. He's very good with animals and gardens and growing things, and he helps her with the garden when she finds the key, and then she finds her way into the garden. She brings him in. He teaches her about the plants. Then they bring Colin out. They take him into the garden, and they keep this whole secret of, we're not telling anybody, it's our secret garden, we'll take care of it, we'll do it. And so they go there every day that they can, and the two kids, they get stronger. They start gaining weight because they're actually eating, because they're actually doing something other than just lying in bed or sitting around doing nothing. They're actually out in the fresh air and exercising, and they're gaining weight and they're eating their food. And Colin really starts to become very philosophical, very scientific. He's very curious, which he's never been before because he just was convinced he was dying. He decides he's not going to die. He's refusing to die, and so he becomes very positive about his health, and he learns to walk, and he learns about the plants and all of this different stuff, and they really grow. And all this time they're keeping the garden a secret. It's their secret. They have decided they're gonna tell his uncle, or her uncle, Colin's father, when he gets back from his trip. He spends most of his time traveling, and towards the end of the book, the kids are in the garden, and Colin's father gets home and is like, where are they? Where are the kids? They're here. They don't generally leave the house. So he goes wandering through the gardens because the servants won't. They're not allowed in the gardens when the kids are out there. And he follows the sound of the kids laughing and playing and wanders into the garden and to see his son, who's always been bedridden, actually running and playing and talking and being a normal boy.